My client was ran over by a semi, and my comments on my social media basically accuses my client of being the bad person in this case. My name is Darren Woodfork. I'm an attorney here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been practicing law here for 25 years. At my firm, I do personal injury work, and I seal criminal cases, and I also restore people's gun rights here at my office. Today, I want to talk about an interesting legal concept and kind of like the public reaction to it, and it's called the counterclaim. And I talked about this once before in a video, and I was surprised at all the comments I got from that video. But anyways, in a counterclaim is if somebody gets sued in civil court, the defendant who got sued can sue the person back in a counterclaim if there's viable legal claims against the person who sued them. So it's basically they sue you back essentially. And I talked about that in a situation where I had a long time ago where I had a case where my client was driving just a little passenger car. She turned left in front of a semi, and the semi ran over her, put her in the hospital for 2 weeks, super bad injury, super bad case. She came to me and she asked me if she could file a lawsuit to him, and I told him no, because she was at fault for turning left in front of the semi. Well, a month later or so, my client, that lady calls me back and says that the semi truck sued her for the damage to the truck. And so what I did when she told me that, I told her to send me the lawsuit. I got the lawsuit. I represented her. I drafted the answer. I sent the answer back, and then I sued them back. I sued them for the counterclaim for her injuries now. Which, like I said, a month earlier, I wasn't going to sue them for injuries because my client was in the wrong. She turned left. Left turning person at an intersection is almost always at fault. And so I knew there was no case. But now that the truck driver sued the lady for her car damage, now we sued them back. And then when it was all said and done, we actually settled the case, and we got probably, I know we settled for some cash, but I'm not sure. I think we got a little bit less than half of what the value of the case would have been for my client if she wasn't at fault. But we were able to get money for her when she wouldn't have got anything before, because again, there was no case. But the only reason she had a case was because we counterclaimed and we sued them back essentially for the injuries. Now, and again, I thought it was a fantastic result. I thought, I was being a good lawyer for my client, but all my comments on my social media basically said that, it was ridiculous that there is this thing called a counterclaim, and that there's no way you should be able to sue somebody back if they sued you. And that in my case, what about the truck driver who lost work because his car was damaged or in the repair shop all that time? And it was just very strange that, the comments that I got, that people just don't understand or don't like the fact that you can do a counterclaim in Arizona. And I think that's interesting also because Arizona has a loser's pay law also that people seem to like. I mean, if you sue somebody and they send you over an offer of judgment and you get less, then you have to pay the other side's lawyer fees. And so people seem to like that loser's pay law, but they don't like the counterclaim law. And so I just thought it was kind of interesting. I mean, again, I never really thought about what that distastefulness would be in the public, but it's clearly, if you look at my comments on one of the, I can't remember which video it is, but if you look at my comments, you'll see that people really just don't like the counterclaim, or my counterclaim story anyway. But anyway, so that's kind of what, that's what the counterclaim is essentially. And so if you're thinking about suing somebody, then just kind of be careful, because if you do sue somebody, they can sue you back for any type of legal claims. Obviously they have to be real claims. They can't be frivolous claims, but there is a mechanism called the counterclaim that people can sue you back. Anyways, hope that helps. Hope that's interesting to you, informative. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Thanks.